go, ladies and gentlemen. Engines are roaring, and it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and for the final time in Season 3, the lights are out, and away we go. And it's ISRL Chappelle who gets a good start, and it's Isaac Kush challenging into turn 1, and Isaac Kush is going to take the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix just about, still side by side of Chappelle, and he does in fact take the lead of the race. Stewart was going side by side, looks to be with the Red Bull, and oh, it's a spin, and a big spin from the Mercedes driver, overcooked the car. He's not going to get that reset on track, which normally happens in that location, but Stewart with a big spin, and that could have been a nasty accident. Rotation trying to make the move, and now Rotation's going to have some ERS, and he's going to try to make a move possibly on the inside, getting very close, inside move, big late braking contact of Sweet Crown 19. Sweet Crown 19 getting pushed a little wide, and it's Rotation now up in the 3rd position. I have to interrupt you right here because Rotation's going to make a pass on Chappelle on the start-finish line, and he is going to pass and go up in the P2. Feral Fury is getting very close to Duel. In fact, he's going to make a challenge on the inside for Duel and make a move possibly to get up into 7th position. Feral Fury, though, has a, it's Duel who defends nicely in P6, and now a switch back to possibly make a move on the inside. Feral Fury, and he's side by side of Duel, and now on the inside, and Feral Fury up in the P6. Now he has some DRS. He's going to move to the inside lane, and he should be able to make the move pretty cleanly on Isaac Kush on the inside in the turn 1, and it's a nice and clinical move from the Alfa Romeo, and URC Rotation takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Isaac Kush, though, will have a challenge back, and he may make a move. He's going to move to the outside lane, braking, coming into turn 3, side by side through turn 3. Rotation still has the inside. Isaac Kush makes a great move around the outside as Rotation putting back on the ERS. He's got DRS again. Now he can make the move much earlier than turn number 1. Still side by side though with Isaac Kush on the inside. Not as easy actually, looks like, and Isaac Kush slots back in the 2nd, and now he's going to have Chappelle behind him. Isaac Kush, though, going to try to make a challenge back to go into the lead of the race again, but this time he's not nearly as close. And riding on board of Chappelle, Chappelle now moves to the inside of Isaac Kush on the inside, and now it's an Alfa Romeo 1-2, and he follows his teammate through. Very impressive there. Very hard to fall, and look at this, a move on the inside by Chappelle, and it's a move for the lead of the race that is effective because he puts himself into the lead of the race. He's got some DRS now. He's got some major slipstream. He's going to move to side of Isaac Kush, and in fact make an easy move to put himself up into P5. Into turn 1 he goes. Into P5 as Sweet Crown 19. Of course, Isaac Kush does have another DRS straight to make a counter-offensive. We'll see if he can do that, but Eklund is right behind him and in fact may make a move, and yes he does, on the outside, coming into the turn here, still side by side, and now Eklund makes the move, and Isaac Kush has had a bad couple of corners there and has lost some position. Chappelle still has better traction, and oh my goodness, that's very, very close, and if I'm Chappelle, I may be a little frustrated with this as he moves to the outside lane. Andon has the inside lane. Move around the outside. Andon is just keeping up the battle, but he can do it no longer. And we'll see if he can make a move on the Racing Point driver. It's going to be close. He's now getting a lot of momentum. He's put it into his ERS overtake mode, and he makes the move on Onole. Onole slots behind him. No troubles there. And if we look there, it's a 3-second time penalty for him. Oh, it's a spin! And that's a Sweet Crown 19! The Sweet Crown 19 with a spin right there. Unorthodox from the 3-time world champion. And oh, there's a virtual safety car deployed, and Sophion is out of this race. And that is it for the Ferrari driver. There was a crash, it looks like, out of the exit of turn number 2. Sorry, turn 3. And that is really unfortunate. And here comes Isaac Kush. He's going to make a move around the outside. He's going to make a dive possibly on the outside. No, decides against it. Now makes the switchback. A rotation. He's going to move to the inside. And now Rotation has problems. And he's been pushed off track by that inside move on Isaac Kush. And that was a very dodgy move. He's going to have some DRS and ERS. And he's making a lot of progress on Rotation. Now he's going to make a move on the inside. And move up into 3rd position in this Brazilian Grand Prix. And Rotation has to be fuming. Yellow flag. And Sweet Crown 19's out of it. Sweet Crown 19's out of this race, and that's another VSC. And that's a crash right there for Sweet Crown 19 out of turn number 3. ISRL Chappelle is going to win the Brazilian Grand Prix, and it's the final race of the season going to ISRL Chappelle. Isaac Kush is going to come across the line and finish in second position. A great drive from the McLaren driver, and Eklund on the podium in his final race here season as well, so he'll be very happy about that. But nonetheless, ISRL Chappelle wins, and Isaac Kush in second, Eklund in third, 4 for rotation, Feral Fury in fifth, 6 for Andon, 7th for Jamian, 8th for Josh 2, 9th for Onole, and Duwil rounding off the top 10, 11th for Callus, 12th for End of the World, 13th for Dark, and 14th for ISRL Knight. And the DNFs in this race are Sweet Crown 19, Sophion, Stewart, and Real Chad 77. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This was ISRL Esports Tier 1 Formula 1 World Championship for the final time. ISRL signing out once more, and have yourselves a wonderful night.